What's up guys, I'm Carson, and here all a brand new video. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of the cutest hatches out there, the 2015 Audi A1 1-litre TFSI Sportback. So sit back, relax and enjoy the video. For sneak peeks, behind the scenes, short 1-minute reviews and much more. Remember to go follow my new Instagram and TikTok accounts, I promise you'll not regret it. So let's move on to the front of this Audi A1 Sportback. So as you can see, the front of these Audis always do look very nice. You do get your iconic signature Audi grille right over here with your 4 rings of course. And to be honest, for a hatchback this is quite a big grille, especially for a 1-litre 3-cylinder engine. But in reality it's not very fake, this grille. The only fake bit is over here by the number plate. The rest is all real grille, so that's quite nice to see. You also do have your nice spotlights over here, and you can also have an option to have your front parking sensors. You can also tow your car if something does go wrong. And you also do have your headlights washers, which is also pretty cool. So this car does have LED daytime running lights and of course LED headlights. On this one the daytime running lights do not work. So let me show you how the lights look like. This is the normal daytime running lights, the park lights, the headlights, the spotlights, the indicators with the lights, and the indicators without the lights. So as you can see, those lights don't look too bad. They're actually quite nice for the car at this price range. And this car does sit pretty low to the ground. As you can see, you do have a very nice splitter. Sort of, it's an Audi splitter. It does make the car look very aggressive and sporty, but you do need to watch out for those speed bumps. Something that I do like about these Audis is that they always look very neat with their body lines, especially the body line on the bonnet. It does look very nice, and this entire car flows very nicely on the front. So let me move on to the specs of this car. So let's go over the specs of this Audi A1. This car does share the same engine as its brother, which is the VW Polo 8. This car has a 1-litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine, which produces 94 brake horsepower or 70 kilowatts, which does not seem like a lot on paper, but for a car at this size, you can feel it has a little bit of power. I think it is a good amount for a car at this size. This car produces 160 Newton meters of torque, which is also a good amount. This car goes 0 to 100 kilometers at the same time as the VW Polo at 11.1 seconds, and this car's top speed is 186 kilometers or 116 miles. This car is front wheel drive like all other Audi hatchbacks, and there is no Quattro version available, which is the 4-wheel drive version. This car weighs 1.1 tons or 2,500 pounds, and this car is very economical, as it adds about 5 liters per 100 kilometers on the city. On the highway it can go as low as 3.6 liters per 100 kilometers. But just remember, fuel economy is affected by the way you drive the car. But in any case, this car is very economical. This specific trim, which is a 1-litre TFSI, comes in a 5-speed manual as standard. But if you do opt out for the 1.4-litre TFSI or the other 2 more diesel engines, because there's 2 petrol and 2 diesel engines, then you can get a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed Steptronic. It kind of sucks that this car can't get the Steptronic or the 6-speed manual, but it is a small engine. You do not need 6 gears to power up this tiny engine. This car retails at $9,900 in America, 160,000 rand in South Africa, and in Europe 8,700 euros. So is this car worth the asking price in 2021? Wait until the further part of your so you can see if this car is worth your money. So this is the back of this Audi A1 Sportback. In my opinion, this is one of the cutest parts of this car. It is very tiny, but that doesn't mean that it can't look attractive or appealing. It does look very nice, especially with its nice subtle body lines over here, and it does look like it is a circle. This car is very well put together with its body lines and all of the panels. Audi really did put a lot of attention to detail with the looks of this car. You do not have any rear parking sensors, but they are available. You also do not have any LED lights at the back, but let me show you how they look like. This is the normal daytime running lights, the tail lights, the fog lights, the brake lights with the lights, the indicators with the lights, the indicators without the lights, the brake lights without the lights, and of course the reverse lights. So as you can see, those lights don't look too bad. You also do have a very nice reflector over here and this plastic bumper over here with your little exhaust right over there. It is nice that they show the exhaust and it is not hidden. It does add to the sportiness of this car. Talking about sportiness, you do have your nice spoiler over here with the chrome strip over here, but this is aftermarkedly put on. Your wiper does cover a good distance. And also talking about the windscreen over here, it is tinted, smash and grab, heated window, so you do not need to worry about frosty days. So let me open up the boot of this car. And as you can see, it kind of shocked me that there is actually a decent amount of space. Not quite, but for a car this size, it does have a decent amount of space at the back. And also the quality is not bad at all for a car at this price range. Something very nice is that this car does have its spare wheel, wheel spanner, jack, and everything you need in a car. In a car at this size. That is truly impressive from Audi. So talking about the quality back here, it is plastic, but the plastic Audi uses is a little bit better quality than other manufacturers. And also you do have a light over here, but you do not have a cigarette lighter. But you do have some hooks over there where you can secure an object so it must not slide around. And also you do have your very nice cover over here, which you can adjust to put it over there, or you can completely take it off if you're going to be hauling some bigger things. So the boot is truly impressive in this car, but is the interior impressive in 2021? Let us go over the interior of this car. So I'm not sure you can hear the background noise outside because my microphone does catch my voice quite nice, but at the moment people are partying, having fun, because it is now the 15th of December, so people are closing down for Christmas, and it is actually a quite nice time. Let us hope that everything does go well this year with the coronavirus and everything else. So stay safe and also have fun, but being safe. So as you can see, the interior of this car does look quite nice for the price range, especially for the price range of this car. So let's begin with the center console of this car. As you can see, you do have your Audi MMI screen, which I'll talk to you about in a bit. You have your hazard switch, then you do have your two AC vents over there. You do have your Audi multimedia controls over there, which I'll also talk to you in a bit. Then you do have your manual air conditioning controls, and the lower we go, we do have a row blank switches, which we can turn on our rear windscreen defroster, and then also we can turn off our traction control, which is actually quite nice if you do want to do burnouts in a front wheel drive car. So then, as you can see, this is the manual AC over here. As you can see, it is borrowed from the VW Polo. It's not bad at all. It's a VW thing. It looks exactly like the VW thing. Even the color of the interior light, the red thing, is proper VW. So then this is the Audi multimedia control. As you can see, you do have your CD, your SD card. You do have your aux, which is located over there. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. It is actually quite cool. So this is the screen over here. The resolution is quite good when viewed from a far distance. And as you can see, when we press menu, we do have our options over there. We have tone, radio, media, info, telephone, and car. So if we go to tone, as you can see, we do have our sound settings. Then if you go to radio, we can listen to radio. It's pretty straightforward. And then when we go to media, it is our external devices, as you can see. Something very interesting. I'm going to review an Audi A4S line. It is actually right over there. This is a 2015 Audi A1. It has Bluetooth, aux, and all those goodies. That 2016 Audi A4S line does not have any of those. Does not have aux, does not have Bluetooth, audio, nothing of those. So be sure to hit the post notification so you do not miss that review of that Audi A4. It is one of the sexiest sedans out there. So then, as you can see, when you press source, okay, if it's supposed to work, but if we do press source, let me just start it up, maybe it might work. No, it doesn't. So if we, I don't know why it's not working, but then it would normally show us what there is to do, and it is CD, SD, aux, and Bluetooth audio. So then if we go to information, we can see relative information. Then telephone, pretty straightforward. And then car is, we can see our vehicle settings, our driver assist, and our servicing and checks. As you can see, this car has a speed warning at 220 kilometers. And this car can't even go 220 kilometers. So what is the point of this Audi? Maximum speed is 180 kilometers. And there's a speed warning for maximum of 240 k's. That is very funny in my opinion. So, and this is the other part of sensor console, and as you can see, you do have your aux jack, you do have your cigarette lighter, then you do have some storage, 2 cup holders, your 5-speed manual gearbox, a nice handbrake lapped in this type of leather thing. And further down we go, we do have some more storage. This car does not have an armrest, so your handbrake is your armrest. You can attempt to do some power slides in this car. It might do some power slides, who knows, in a front wheel drive car. So then this is the driver's side, and as you can see, you do have your nice mixture between analog and digital display. It actually does look very nice. As you can see, top speed of this car is 240 k's, that's what it says. Then this car redlines at 8,000 rpm. Of course, Audi does make it seem like that so it can be nice and sporty, but this car has a soft limiter at 4,000 rpm. So then as you can see at this little display, it does display our time, our date, our mileage. This car has 46,000 k's on the clock, and then our temperature. Believe me, it is not 24 degrees out there at the moment. It is really not 24 degrees. It is 32 degrees. So as you can see, when we use this little scroll wheel, we can see our range, which is 490 k's. We have our time running, our average fuel consumption, and then we do have our speed, our liters per hour. We have our trip 2 basically. Wow, trip 2 was mostly on the highway, so it was actually quite economical, 6.9 liters. So then this is the steering wheel of this car. It is a very nice leather wrapped steering wheel, which does feel very, very nice to the touch, and also it does not absorb any smells. That's why you like leather steering wheels. It does not feel cheap at all or inexpensive. I don't like the word cheap. This is a traditional Audi steering wheel. As you can see, you have your buttons over there, which does control this piece over here, and on the other part it does control that piece over there. So then these are the stalks of this car. Very, very traditional Audi and VW stalks. Quite nice. This is your indicators over there. The other side is your wiper. This car does not have automatic wipers, but that is fine. This car does not have cruise control, so that is quite interesting. But remember, this car only retails at 160,000 rand. So this is the other part of the driver's side, and as you can see, I do have a nice air vent. Further down we go, we do have a light switch, and then we do have our interior brightness switch. It looks straight out of a VW Polo, honestly. So then this is the driver door, and as you can see, it does look pretty nice, pretty neat in fact. You do have your central locking, you do have a nice speaker here. So then you do have a chrome handle, I think I already said that. A nice handle over here, and then full electric windows. Then you do also have electric mirrors. You can block the rear windows. Further down we go, we have some cup holders and another speaker. This is the passenger side of this car. As you can see, it does look pretty neat. You have an air vent and an airbag. Further down we go, we do have our cubby hole, and inside that cubby hole is nothing much. It's just a cubby hole. We can turn off the passenger airbag if we need to, if you're carrying a little child. So then this is the seats of this car. These are vinyl seats, so these aren't vegan leather or anything like that. Then they are manually operated, which is pretty cool because you can move it forward and backwards. Furthest backwards is this much, but then it stops because of the rear seats. My count position is somewhere around over here, and we will see how much legroom we have at the back. And then we can also move it up and down, and then also I honestly hate these type of ones with the scroll wheel. Forwards and backwards. Yep, I honestly do prefer like what other manufacturers use. You pull and then you can adjust. I find it that much more easy and much more quicker. So in talking about the quality of this car, it is pretty nice. This does seem like real leather over here, on the gear shift over here and over here. The rest, you do have a soft touch dashboard, It is actually quite soft. I don't know why, but soft touch dashboards are so satisfying. Just look at this. I don't know why, it's just so satisfying, these soft touch dashboards. You also do have like some soft touch material over here. It's not very soft at all, but you can feel it's not pure plastic. Same material over here, but plastic the further down we go. Remember, this is a 1 Series competitor. I do think the A3 is a 1 Series competitor and the A-Class competitor, but it's an A1, so there is more plastic to be found. So then this is the roof of this car. As you can see, you do have your nice lights over here, and that is it. So then the sun visors of this car is pretty nice. Every passenger, the driver and passenger, does get a mirror, and then the driver does get a little slot where you can put some things. And also something very interesting is that only the front passengers do get your handles. The driver and the passenger does get a handle. The rear passengers do not have a handle. This car continues to amaze me every single time. So is the back as interesting as the front? Let's see. Yes, okay. So this is the back of this Audi A1, and if you are not very tall, I don't think it's a very big problem, the rear legroom. But if you are a tall driver, then you do not have much legroom at all at the back. This is one floor of this car, but I don't think that many people buy this car for room. I think more for economics, for fuel efficiency, and also for maneuvering. So something immediate that I noticed is that the seats are immediately harder at the back. They are pretty hard, and that they do sit like that. So that is quite uncomfortable in my opinion, but it's a hatchback. So there's no center console to go over, like literally. There's no another part of center console to go over because there's no armrest. There is no back of the seat to go over because there is no sleeve to put something, except on the passenger side, as you can see. And then this is the door panel of this car. As you can see, it's very nice that Audi didn't lose the quality at the back. Same as the front. You have a speaker, you have a chrome handle, another handle over here. You do have your window switch. Then the further down we go, we have a cup holder. I'm not sure you can see. And then you also do have another speaker. Like I said, you do not have any handle at the back over here. And then also over here you do have a nice light. I am sitting quite high to the roof. I feel like if someone goes over a speed bump, I'm going to fly off the roof and I'm going to dent the roof. Something very cool is it does have its traditional iconic Audi switch. That's what I like about Audis, their iconic click. Pretty nice. But there's not much to go over. Something cool is that you do have speakers at the back over there, and you can also put a coat over here. And that is it for the back of this car. This is the carpet quality. This is the worst Audi carpet I've seen personally. Yeah, I've never seen an Audi with carpet like that. So this is the side of this Audi A1 Sportback. And as you can see, it actually looks quite nice. I really like how this car looks like on the side. Actually, the entire car looks really nice. Very subtle and cute. So let's firstly begin with the brakes and tires. This car does have its 15-inch alloy mags with brake discs on the front and on the back, which is actually pretty nice to see because manufacturers at exactly this price range put drums at the back. I reviewed quite a lot of cars with drums in the back. It's not very nice. So you do have your tinted smash and grab windows over here, which are pretty nice. You do have your color coded handles over here and your piano black mirror cap over there, which actually matches with the roof color of this car. Check that out, piano black roof on this car. It looks really nice, just like the Mini Coopers. So talking about the body lines on this car on the side, as you can see, you do have your iconic body lines over here. It's just everywhere. These are very sleek body lines. They're very neat. They're very good quality body lines. It looks really nice in my opinion. Usually from factory you wouldn't get this chrome strip. I think it looks really nice, the chrome strip. You do get this black rubber piece over here, but that isn't a huge deal. It's not a deal breaker. You do have your traditional antenna right over there, and if it is summer in South Africa, I don't recommend you to touch the roof of this car, because it does get really hot in South Africa in winter, and this just absorbs all the heat. Something very modern with Audis is that their indicators is a thin strip or a thin line on the mirror. And just check this mirror out. Look at all of its body lines, and look at all of its lines and definitions and everything. It looks really cool in my opinion. You do have an option for keyless go, as you can see, but this one doesn't have it. So my opinion on this car is, I think this is a great daily driver for someone that doesn't really worry about space. I think this car is really good for European roads, because there the parking is tight and everything. But if you do like bigger cars, or you're a more bigger person like me for instance, then this car wouldn't really suit you, because you wouldn't have enough space just for you to sit in the car or in the passenger seat. You need to move the seat basically all the way back, and then your rear passengers do not have any leg room. Also, you cannot haul many things in this car, but people don't really buy this car for that. I think this is a great first car also, because this car is very good to learn on, because it's not extremely expensive, but you do have the technologies. It's a manual, which is quite important if you're taking a driver's test, and it is quite good quality inside. This car is in general good quality because it's an Audi. It also does have power, and also it's very fuel efficient. And also, if you're not a car enthusiast, I'm a car enthusiast, but if you're not a car enthusiast, then I'm not sure you wouldn't want a loud car. It's not extremely loud. It's as loud as the Renault Clio. So I'm going to put Young Car Wiz score on the screen so you can see the scores that I gave this car. So for the daily scores, I gave this car 6 for features, 6 for comfort, 6 for quality, 9 for practicality, and 9 for value, which made a total of 36 out of 50 for the daily scores. Now for the weekend scores, I gave this car 8 for styling, 3 for acceleration, 7 for handling, 6 for fun factor, and 6 for cool factor, which gives this car 30 out of 50 for the weekend scores. So the Young Car Wiz score for this car is a very well deserved 66 out of 100. So if you have stayed to this far, thank you much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash the subscribe button, like button, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upcoming video like this. What's your thoughts of this cute little car? I would love to know your opinion down in the comment section below. So have a great day as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye. Sexiest sedans out there. So then, as you can see, when you press source, okay, if it's supposed to work, but if we do press source, let me just start it up, maybe it might work. No, it doesn't. So if we, I don't know why it's not working, but then it would normally show us what there is to do, which is actually quite nice considering the price of this car, because many manufacturers at this price range, exactly at this price range, see, you do have your A1 TFSI badging, which stands for turbocharged engine. That was terrible.